Hello, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, May 13th, and this is what you have to do for Mrs. Brenton for your remote learning work today. Here's a quick look at our calendar. So we're already done that first week of May, and we're halfway through our second week. And of course, today is Wednesday, May 13th, and it's your ELA day. And because it's Wednesday, I'll be meeting with my yellow group friends on Zoom. And again, tomorrow is your math and Spanish day, and Friday is your catch-up day or your day to do social studies and science work. So here's your checklist for today. We've got our morning message, reader's workshop, writing, centers, and guided reading. For your morning message today, you're going to be fixing up this letter. So as always, make sure you put the date at the top. And the letter reads, Dear Marvelous Mates, this month is Arbor Day. My class is going to plant a tree. We can't wait to watch it grow. Love, Mrs. Brenton. Now, when you're done fixing up that letter, in the box below, I want you to write some words that have the GR blend in them. Remember, when GR are together, they make one sound, gur. I might write the word grapes, for example, because grapes begins with that gur sound made by the GR blend. See if you can come up with some other words with the GR blend and write them in that box below. For your chit chat this morning, you're going to continue practicing with question words. Remember, question words are words like who, what, where, when, why, and how. So for these sentences, you're going to be using why or how. So see which one makes the most sense. For example, for this first one, why many crayons are in the box? I'm not sure that makes any sense. How many crayons are in the box? That one works much better. See if you can do the rest on your own. And when you're done, think about the story that these sentences are telling together. Why do you think the boy is sad? Write your answer in the space provided. For Reader's Workshop today, you're going to be reading the book One Cool Friend by Tony Buzeo, and this is a Caldecott winner book, so it's a good one. Click on the link below and watch a read aloud of this story, and when you're done listening to the story, find someone in your house to talk to about it. Tell them what you think the author's purpose was. Where did the story mainly take place? What did you notice about how the author used speech bubbles in the illustration? What were the speech bubbles for? Why were there different color speech bubbles? See if you and the person you're talking to can come up with good answers to those questions on your own. And remember, you don't have to write it down. This is just some brain work for you. For writing today, you're going to be making a cover and finishing the final draft of the second book in your series. So remember that when you're making that final draft, you want to use clean paper, your very best handwriting, and this is your chance to make those illustrations, really good illustrations that match the words on the page and add to the story. Sorry, I put patch there instead of page. So just like you did with your first book, and you all did such a beautiful job doing that with your first book, I'm taking my time going through each and every video, so I am sitting down and watching them all, and I can't even tell you how impressed I am with all of your beautiful writing. It brings tears to my eyes how good you guys are at writing. So do the same thing you did for your first book with your second book. And when you're done, record a video of yourself reading the second book to me and post it on Class Dojo just like you did before. And make sure that when you're reading your book to me that I can really see the pages up close. So maybe your grown-up can hang behind your shoulder and really show me your work, because I want to see that beautiful handwriting and that beautiful writing and those wonderful illustrations while I listen to you read. So again, you've done such good work so far, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next to a lot of your characters. So do the same thing you did for the first book, finish it up, post a video of yourself reading it on Class Dojo. For guided reading today, I'm going to be meeting with my yellow group friends on Zoom. You can look out on Class Dojo and Class Story. I'm going to be putting your book assignments and also assigning them through Epic. Purple group, we're meeting at 10, green group at 10:20, red group at 10:40, blue at 11, and yellow at 11:20. And those of you who are in Blue Group, you can choose one leveled reading passage from your packet. Just read it and answer the questions. And again, for any friends who can't make it to the Zoom meeting, you can choose a leveled reading passage to complete as well. So these are the same center options that we talked about on Monday. You can do your word sort, practice writing your sight words, log on to Epic and listen to the audiobook Come on Rain by Karen Hess. You can sort words by their syllables, or you can make word family lists. Excuse me. And as a bonus, you can do one of these activities every day and get some extra practice. Another option is makerspace. And this week's makerspace challenge is making art with nature. So just like I said in my last video, go on a nature hunt, maybe go on a walk, find some cool things, some beautiful things while you're walking around. Really notice all of those new little flowers and things that are sprouting up, and grab a bag and collect a bunch of them and then use them to build a nature tree. Or if you want, you can collect a bunch of leaves and make art out of it. You could make people or birds or anything that you'd like. So this is just a fun thing to do. I already see that a bunch of you did it, which is awesome, and they've turned out really beautifully. So if you would like to do this as your center today, if you haven't already, you can go ahead and choose this option. For social studies this week, you have a social studies quiz. Now, I emailed your grown-ups. There were a couple issues on Monday. The link was kind of being a little crazy. All these privacy controls were in there. That's all been fixed. The online quiz, you don't have to tell me what your score was because it will already automatically tell me what your score is. But I want you all to know that it's not a super difficult quiz, but if it is hard for you, that's okay. It's just kind of letting you know that maybe there's a little bit more that you can learn, and that's what a quiz is meant to do. It's meant to show you what you know as well. And I'm not going to base your whole grade on this. So do your best, have fun with it, and don't stress about it too much because it's just part of all of the work that you've been doing for social studies this quarter. And if you aren't able to access the online quiz, you also have this paper and pencil option as well. Now we have a few announcements. First, next week is the last week our reading groups will be meeting and reading on Zoom. That's because the following week, which is Memorial Day week, is a shorter week. You are off school on Monday, and I believe there's some sort of working day on Friday. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to log on to Zoom together, and you're going to share with your reading group the third book in your book series. So all next week, you're going to be working on that third book, and we're going to present that to our reading groups on Zoom. So that is what you will have going on next week. And again, just a quick look at the calendar. That's that last week in May, and it's a short week. So we'll be meeting on Zoom with our reading groups, and I'll be sending out different invitations to your grown-ups because we're probably going to need to meet for a little bit longer than 20 minutes to make sure everyone has enough time to share their books. Also, we're going to be having, and I know Mr. Manus has sent out emails about this, but we're going to be having a collecting and drop-off day at school. So that is your time to turn in anything that you have that belongs to the school and to give it back to us, and for us to give anything that you left at the school back to you. So that's not going to be until June, but I want you to start looking for and collecting any of the guided reading books that I sent home with you, or any of the books that were still in your book bag when school let out, or anything else that you think belongs in our classroom that you want to make sure your grown-ups drop off to me. So just start looking for those books. Also, don't forget to log your miles for the PE virtual road trip. Cherry Park is doing really well, and we're neck and neck with India Hook. So Dr. Beard really wants us to be the winners. So if you're out taking a bike ride with your family or taking a walk or a hike, log in those miles using the link that Dr. Beard sent out, which I also posted on Class Dojo, so that we can be the big winners in the district. All right, and don't forget to post your work on Class Dojo. Take a picture so I can see it. Have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you all on Monday.